Hi, this is Miko Eno from the Moog Cookbook.
And I'm Uli Nomi at the Moog Cookbook. Stand by, you're about to get caught up on what's happening at South by Southwest here in Austin.
1997. The future of rock.
Good evening and welcome to the third and final Music Link 30-minute special on location here in Austin, Texas, covering the South by Southwest Conference. Now, the conference over the past 4 days has spread across over 3 dozen venues, featured over 750 bands, and at least that number of top music industry executives have also been milling around, checking out bands, talking to each other, and doing whatever it is that the music industry does. We've been here checking it all out, and we're bringing it right to you in Denver, Colorado. So, with no further ado, why don't we just jump in? And if you think there's any chance of me getting in that water, I might be wild-eyed and naive in English, but I'm not that silly. Don't be silly, you stick around the next half hour. Music Link on location at South by Southwest.
Are you there? 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 Are you there?
Hey everybody, this is Miko Eno.
And I'm Uli Nomi. We are the Moog Cookbook.
Yes, with the Moog Cookbook.
We're here to play South by Southwest for the first time. We're high above South by Southwest looking down, and it's just about to begin. It hasn't quite started yet, but I think we're going to kick things off tonight.
Yes, the onslaught of hipsters galore have descended upon Austin for 5 fun-filled days of alterna rock.
Why are we here?
Why are we here? Because we're alternative to the alternative, I guess.
It's so hard to tell anymore. We can't keep track unless someone starts giving out scorecards on the street.
Yeah. Gone are the days of REO Speedwagon and Van Hagar and those kinds of bands. But Moog Cookbook is working on a new album that's hopefully going to be covering all those great guitar classics.
Yes, we're going to do all classic rock next time. Our last album was covering modern rock songs, and it was a little bit too hard to find workable material for what we do. So we're going to go back to the classics of Boston and Van Halen and Ted Nugent and resurrect those and get the kids back into it.
Exactly.
Watching Music Link on location down here in Austin at South by Southwest with Jane Jensen. Hello.
Hello.
So, you're down here doing the plug thing. Anything else you're going to be checking out while you're in town? You actually get to chill out and spend a couple of days in the same place, which has got to be nice.
I want to see Josh Wink, definitely. I'd like to check out Fluffy, another band. Eat some dinner, get some good margaritas.
How do you deal with the whole music industry-ness of this whole few days?
I'm usually with my band all the time, so
The group against the world.
Yeah, you know, we hang out and we have a good time and don't focus on the fact that it's a very music industry-esque thing going on here.
It's just a band thing.
Yeah, we're going to play tomorrow night, so it's going to be a good show. We'll have fun.
Have you heard anything about the vibe, about is there a theme this year? Have you heard anything?
I haven't picked that up yet. It's early. I was over at that A&R panel, and they were talking about both how many records are being put out in a year, and that the latest surveys show people are tired of buying records, they're tired of going to record stores, they're tired of music, and they seem to be the people here fretting about how much music there is to put out, but wondering whether the audience has just been tapped out for, you know, buying new stuff.
I don't care what you say anymore, this is my life. Go ahead with your life, leave me alone. Keep it to yourself, it's my life. Keep it to yourself, it's my life. All right, Billy Joel, a short version. Thank you very much.
Well, next year at South by Southwest, everybody will have spacesuits on.
Yeah, I'm kind of worried about that. We're thinking the trend has already started, and we'll have to be dressed as pirates next year, or maybe mermaids or something.
Veruca Salt will come out in their space outfits.
Michael Stipe, a scuba diver. Who knows?
So that's when we'll go back to acoustic rock with just our 2 guitars, and we'll cover synthesizer music by Devo.
Do you think there's a misplaced expectation that is associated with events like South by Southwest in general for some of the bands that come down here?
I don't know if it's misplaced. I mean, don't you get the feeling a lot of the people who come feel that if they make a splash here and they're new, you know, they're on their way, that's a big step. And there's probably some truth to that, but there's also the point that, you know, every hour there's about 40 acts that go on in different venues. It's hard to be an unknown and make such a splash with 1 hour, one night that people are going to talk about you into the next day because, you know, they've already got another couple hundred acts.
How you doing there?
See how that works?
Yeah, that's great.
People just walk up to you and
I just like we're all embarrassed because we don't like to be on camera drunk, you know.
Well, you're not drunk yet, are you?
Well, we will be soon.
So you're about to play Austin, Texas here at South by Southwest.
That is correct, man. We are going to open up the Lookout showcase. It's going to be brilliant. I'm almost positive. to say.
Who are these people?
This is Chris, right?
No, Jay. This is Chris.
I'm Jason. At BMI out in Boulder.
Yeah. We're out. They're from Colorado. We came down from Colorado. Colorado represents for the show.
So what kind of show do you think they'll put on?
Well, these guys are a lot of fun. If you listen to their album, I don't know, just crazy, good music, sense of humor, and just really goofy, great stuff.
Do you like being referred to as goofy?
Yeah, that's one of my favorite things.
Cool.
So which way is South by Southwest going? Is it going up now or going down or the same? It's pretty much continuing. Although it has changed its focus a little bit. It used to be more people came to get discovered and to discover things, and now people like ourselves already have records out and they're here just to kind of be among the scene, to see and be seen, I suppose.
Of the ball, and you sure have it all. And the thing that you were once mine, in a two-room apartment with a bathroom down the hall. Well, we used to drink tequila. Well, you and me, baby, we had them all. Well, that's when you said you loved me. Yeah, I believe you way back when. You said it was your only true love. At least that's what you told me, man. Roll with me,
What do you think of Austin?
Yeah, well, I really like it, and it really seems like a city that's sort of becoming a happening place while keeping its center, and that things are happening right downtown. Sort of, reminds me a little of what's happening in Denver at Lodo, where first you had the ball field, then you had the sports clubs, now you had the restaurants. Tattered Cover moved in, Brendan, so you have a little blues. Only here it's the whole city rather than just one area. I mean, I realize it's a smaller city, but it really, I guess the word is it really seems to be getting, sort of more fashionable, hipper, more fun.
Behind us here and around us, we have Moog Instruments. We're named after the Moog company, which was in the 70s, the most popular synthesizer. It was the one instrument that really brought the keyboards to the forefront in the 1970s, and as we all know, they pretty much disappeared after the new wave scene of the 80s. Keyboards were gone for quite a while. So we did our best to bring back the sounds that no one would let us use on their records. Do our album full of stuff that was being lost everywhere else.
Yeah, progressive rock and disco kind of left the public with a bad taste for keyboards. Of course, it's been our duty to embrace all of those hideously wonderful sounds and use them in our music.
We are Treble Charger. I'm Greg.
I'm Trevor. I'm Rosie.
I'm Bill. We're here at South by Southwest, and you're watching Music
Links.
Or Link.
So you're here in the depths of music business hell, basically. How do you guys, I mean, you start a band, you make the music, you get signed to a nice major label, which is always quite pleasing. How does the business itself then impinge on what's going on? Do you have to get involved with lawyers? Or, you know, I mean, how exactly does the music become the music business for you guys?
The number of meetings you go to increases exponentially. You spend, it can be frustrating because you're trying to concentrate on the music and there's so much other associated stuff involved. But I don't know, we have our struggles with the record company, but at least they're interested. At least they're not saying, "Oh, do what you want, we don't care." So it's got to be a good sign somehow.
So what is it you guys are trying to, I guess achieve down here at South by Southwest, the glad-handing convention of the year?
I think we'd be happy just if people, knew our name. The kind of, South by Southwest, probably every year there's like the buzz band. We may not be the buzz band, but whatever, if we're one of a handful, that'd be great. This is our first tour of the States, and we just want people to say, "Oh yeah, Treble Charger, I've heard of them, I've seen that name." That's basically our goal.
Is it fun playing these multi-band things? I mean, everyone else seems to be complaining about we don't get a sound.
No, it's not fun. We've talked about this quite a bit. I don't know if I'm never really sure whether or not these really pay off for bands to spend the amount of money it costs to come across the country to these things. It's a hard call. There's mixed opinions on it. My personal opinion on it is that I don't think it's worth the money. I think there's too many bands crammed into too little a space, and I think people generally walk away being confused as to what they just saw.
Definitely.
But we're very happy to be here.
Farewell, Space Brothers.
Just about concludes Music Link's coverage of the South by Southwest conference down here in Austin, Texas. And right now, it's just too soon to work out exactly what all the moving and shaking that's gone on here for the past 4 days will achieve. How many of these unsigned bands will be signed bands in the near future? And how many records will those signed bands end up selling? Who knows? Time will tell. And time also tells us that in an hour and a half, we have to be down at the San Antonio airport to get back on a plane and fly back to Denver. So very soon we will be speeding at considerably above the posted limits down the road to there on I-35. But just before we do go, we should very much say thank you very much to Joe Ray and the South by Southwest conference organisers for inviting us down here. Thank you very much to Tim Hamblin and the Austin Music Network for being so lovely. And thank you very much to American Recordings and everybody else that's done us a favour while we've been down here in Austin. It's been wonderful. It's 4 for Music Link, 1 for me, but most assuredly both Music Link and I will be back next year, and so will all of these people. Till then, this is me, Stefan, saying till next time, ta-da.
We